We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the San Francisco 49ers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This one taken from the 7th. Spins past him. Oh, now he bowls him over. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. On first down, it's Lauletta. Got an open man, it's Ratley. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. They'll run it now out of the gun. Got some real estate inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 7-0. Rosas now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
21. 13.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. P.J. Hall there to make the tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And he comes back with one complete. A gain of 13 and also a first down.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, that's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. There he goes inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
20, 180. Hey, gun.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Snap comes at 1. Garoppolo. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
11. 6. Flag.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. This is 1st and goal from about the 8.
6.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo escaping the pressure right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. He's at the 50. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Lawletta. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Detroit! Detroit! Set! 319! 319!
Out of the gun, Lauletta. This will be caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They've got a first and goal to go at the 7.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Here's Lauletta. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a third and goal. So third and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
From the gun, here's Lauletta. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Damian Radley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Giants add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Rosas now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A dump down to McKinnon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it second and 12.
12.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Flush to his right. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. From the gun on third, Garoppolo gets this one left side to Pettis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. First and 10 at the 47.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Here we go, here we go. I got you, I got you. 11.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? To throw is Garoppolo. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down. And Gold is able to put it through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Lauletta. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Saquon Barkley, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Coming off play action, Lauletta. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Lauletta. He finds Beckham complete. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the 1st down.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Bucky Hodges, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Rosas now to kick this one away. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And he'll take this across the 25 Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Second and 10 now from the 27. On the toss, it's McKinnon. A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
12. 12. Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to clear you up. Don't get nervous.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Going up top. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big 3rd down play there for the Niners. 41 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And that's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. That's going to be caught. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. T.Y. Hilton with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Gold with the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. Gold now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
They'll fake it. Now Lauletta. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10.
Now, check. Patriot! Gone!
On 1st down, Lauletta. Got an open man. It's Ratley. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Lauletta steps away to his left. Room to run inside the 40. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a 1st. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Detroit!
Ball led on 1st down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
No. Check. Patriot! Detroit!
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The pitch goes to Barkley, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And Rosas puts this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Yeah, the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
48 for Mike. It's our time. 12.
Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. He's going to air one out. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
I got you. 13. Mike, check. 59. 13. Mike 5'9".
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. He's going to look deep down the field. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
11.
Garoppolo to try again on second down. Caught left side by Hilton. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Garoppolo, 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Everyone's got 4 down. 11. 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. 11. White. 12.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo, eluding the pressure right. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top, as we'll send. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're down in this game, a chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
21.
They run once more with McCannon. He'll be dropped at the 30. The shifty move got him a couple extra on the play. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check me out. We got 3 down. We got to stand up over there. 11.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Trying to lay one up deep. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Detroit!
They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Barney! Detroit!
It's Lolette off play action. He's going to air one out. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Giants. Damian Ratley, 78 yards. And the Giants add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score in the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game. And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike 5-9. 6. 21.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is fielded at the 7. Spinning away. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Detroit.
On 1st down, it's Loletta. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
Loletta. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. This quarterback now 15 out of 17 through the air, only 2 incompletions. It's 1st down.
Patriot. Detroit.
Here's a give to Barkley. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run it again with Barkley. Escapes the defender. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A first down carry for Barkley. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in, touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Rosas now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
20!
Garoppolo to throw on second down. Throw right side taken in by Pettis. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be fourth down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And New York set to take the field. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A handoff to Barkley, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Now let's go! 319! 319!
Again, it's Barkley. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. A handoff, Barkley running left. Room to run again. And down to the 16-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Leopard! Hey. 4 down. Leopard! 117. Safe. Leopard! Check 43.
And they'll try the air now with Lauletta. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Leopard! Gun! Here we go!
He's going to get it running right. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Detroit!
And Barkley will try to punch it in. No gain on the play that time. So a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
6.
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. Forced out to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off off at the 45. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Lauletta after the interception. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Lauletta to throw. He'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here's Lauletta now on 2nd. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Gun! 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 Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They come up in an offset eye. He'll get it up the middle. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Giants just continue to pour it on. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will extend this big lead. Rosas now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now McKinnon to start the drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at about the 28. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
The Giants on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit. Detroit. Gun. 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 Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Out of the gun, Lauletta. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Gold able to tack on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Gold now out to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold it a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. You know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Instead of a run, Lauletta wants to throw it to Barkley on the check down. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though.
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Throwing on 3rd down, Lauletta underneath for Johnson. The 12 yards that time and picking up the first. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Barkley, and a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
toss out to Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw, Loretta. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Giants, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until